Hello everyone, this is Deepak Raj, Race Director of IRONMAN 70.3 Goa. Welcome to the transition tour video. Before we get started with the transition layout and the flow, let's take a few seconds to get familiarized with the race venue and the race precinct, which you will have access to on a Saturday during bike check-in, pre-race day, before the morning of the race start, and also during your race. Now let's focus on the transition zone. There are different rows and aisles where you will be racking your bike, and there are different exit points and also other services and amenities in the transition area. Let's start with the exits and the entrance. There is a bike in, bike out, which you will use while you finish your bike and also when you start your bike. This will also be the same one through which you will come on Saturday to walk in to check in your bike, collect your timing chips and head off. So this is where your bikes will get racked overnight. You will have a specific number on which you will need to rack your bikes on those rows and aisles. There is also a run out which you will use after finishing your cycling leg and get off to start your run leg. There is also a swim in. So once you finish the swim or the swim course and run from the beach, that's where you will enter in. That's also the place where you will exit out on pre-race day, which means when you have access to the transition between 5:15 and 6:30, you will have access to your bike, your ability to keep your transition bags, nutrition, bottles, whatever, set your bike up, and then you will need to start walking towards the swim start. So you will be using the gates, which will be the same one through which you come back in when you finish your swim. There are certain services and amenities in your transition area. So you will have toilets, change rooms, and also a bike mechanic on between 5:15 and 6:30 on race day morning. There is also a penalty tent. If you need to serve those penalties after your cycling, you will need to do that at that point before moving on to your run. Now let's go down to the flow, starting with individuals, because there's a slight difference with the relay teams, which I will come to later. Once you finish your swim, you will get into the transition area, passing through the shower, taking a turn, and then finding your respective aisle or row where your cycles are parked. You will go over to your cycle and change into whatever you need using the transition bags, which are kept below your cycle. If you need to use the change rooms, you certainly can on the toilets and finish all of those things and pick up your bike and get out of the bike out option. Once you finish your cycling, you're going to come back into the transition area through the bike in, go back to your particular section and row where your cycle needs to be parked. You will need to rack your bike. Once again, change into whatever you need to, use your nutrition, shoes, bib from a run perspective, using the transition bags, putting them back inside what you don't need, and then head out of the run out option and then onto your run course. When it comes to relays, there's a small change. You will notice a relay holding area where each of your relay team members need to be there for the changeover. So let's go through the flow. Once the swimmer finishes the swim, he or she will get in again through the shower area and back into the relay holding area. The timing chip acts like a baton. So you will change over the timing chip, hand it over to the person doing the cycling leg, and then that person will go over to the place where the cycle is parked, change over, pick up whatever is needed, take the bike and head out of the bike out section. Once the relay member finishes the bike leg, we'll come back into the bike into the transition, rack the bike, and then run over to the relay holding area, once again handing over the chip to the runner. The runner, if everything is set, can straight away get out to the run out option, or if that runner needs to change over anything, they can go back to the transition bags, pick up what it is, and then go back via the run out option and start the run course. That would be the flow of transitions for the relays and individuals like I've explained. And you will have access to your bikes after your race at the time defined in the event schedule for you to collect your bikes on race day. Have a great race. I'll see you all at the start line and at the finish line soon.